It's no secret that the holidays can be a particularly difficult time for some of us. Christy and I are no exception. December 1st, 2019, her daughter Vanessa died at the age of 29 as a result of a drug addiction. And every year since then, we have a habit of going to her grave on the anniversary of her death, saying some prayers, reading a poem that's very meaningful to us. But mostly what we do is we reach out and just hold on to one another, because that's been the best medicine that has helped us through the darkness of grief. Even though it's been 5 years now, sometimes that grief is still palpable and powerful. And it's not just each other, reaching out and extending hands of love and support to one another, but we are also very conscientious of doing that with and to the children Vanessa left behind, holding on to them in love and support, reaching out to them with love and support. We spent this past weekend with Vanessa's 10-year-old daughter, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful weekend, wonderful time and gift. Again, because that's been the best medicine to help us navigate, reaching out with arms of love and support and taking hold of those arms when they're reaching back to us. I think of that parable Jesus tells in chapter 20 of Luke's gospel about this vineyard owner who leases his vineyard to some tenants and then leaves for a while. And when he comes back to collect his rent, he sends a slave who's rejected, and then another slave, and finally sends his son who's also rejected. And on one hand, the parable tells the truth about our tendency towards fickleness in our lives and closing our lives off to gift and grace. But it also tells the truth of God's willingness to continually extend a hand of grace and love and support, because God knew that was the only medicine that could help us through the darkness we encounter, sometimes because of our own sinfulness, our own fickleness, our own closing our lives off, or just the darkness that can come with life in general. And within all of that is a holy invitation to pause and pray this Advent season. Yes, while Advent is a penitential season, it's always worth a long, honest look at our lives. Where are we prone to some fickleness? Where do we close our lives off to gift and grace? But it's also a season that invites us to reflect on where it is that we've experienced hands of love and grace and support continually extended our way, continually reaching out to us. And pray for the grace to take hold of them and really celebrate the coming of Emmanuel, which is what the word Advent means, the coming of a God who keeps extending hands of grace and love and support again and again in our lives. Because as Christy and I can personally attest, that's really the only medicine that helps us through. Advent peace and blessings to you all.